So it's a shitty subject matter, but you have to talk about it. Sociopaths are more dangerous than narcissists because they're a little bit smarter and they move almost like quite consciously, but it's pure evil. But narcissism can be that way too. But the sociopath is just far more dangerous because they most likely use their money to undermine people. It's blooming out there right now. We see a lot of shit going on right now, right? How do you like it out there? I was hit bad. I have something going on with the right side of my lung. I wish not to dwell on it. I wish to pray that Christ instantly heal me, that, that I'm led to the right things and ways of being, that it just goes away. See, this pain started happening, I think I told you, but this is kind of for my case. I have a little playlist that I'm opening up. I'm kind of explaining myself in case there's an attorney or a judge or something. But I'll be getting my words together anyway, and I have faith that it'll happen in a divine manner. You know, I already see some things I need to look at, and the main thing is to pull up the transcripts of the first case that I was dragged into. See, these people, the sociopath, particularly the ones next door, it's just obvious. See, I need to somehow be able to investigate their history legally, their legal history, right? Because you know how I guess you can go online and see, like, you know, I have a history, but if you really look at why I was thrown in jail, it's because somebody is doing reactive abuse on me. That's the truth. And some of it is of a marijuana offense, which is like totally irrelevant now. They fucking ran me through a ringer, and now it's completely legal, and it's like, well, great. Now, how do I get restitution pay for that? Because my ass was fucking flattened out with that. But this was years, like decades ago, and but if we really call it up and look at it, and see, I'm wondering, can you look at the history of people that do like, I think they do like career court cases where it's like, yeah, who knows? Like, you know what I mean, Nancy? They want my property. They want me to be undermined. I'm pretty much good and undermined now. Um, it's very difficult for me, you know. I can't decide fast enough to do anything right. I don't have, see, I just don't have it in me to go and find somebody. I don't think you're supposed to like find somebody. I don't go out and I don't chase them around. I don't like it like that. I think that social media can help us. Instead of trying to do a one-on-one with people, it's just impossible. You know, as a single woman, 50 years old, I own a prime place which is being fucked up by these people who say, we can do anything we want on our property. And it's like, yeah, but what if it's going beyond intention of why we even live up in the mountains here? So this is just for record. I have the most excruciating pain. It's weird because I don't know what's going on. It's like there's a spasm inside of my lung. It's weird. It's like there's something in there tumbling around. And I thought it was Friday today. I'm trying to communicate with these doctors up here. It's a health clinic that it's like, well, this is the wrong one. I wanted to go to the one that was up in Fern Valley. It's a nicer place. But the bottom line is I have to make these officials, the doctors, listen to my story. I have to make them listen to my story, especially now. I don't want to dwell on any illness. I want it to go away. See, I've been dosing myself. See, now I feel, see, because I did open a court case with these people, I got a restraining order on them. There's a lot that I know, see, they are stalking. So I have video that I want to put on my playlist that explains what I mean with that. And I'm hoping that I can get to a point where I share it with somebody, something, the courthouse, the people that want to listen to my case, see, as well as me getting on that stage and having to talk, which is in about 20 or 19 days. That'll just fly by and it'll come quick. I don't want to lose my concentration and my focus, but I don't think I will. But to tell you the truth, this is living hell. This is a living hell. They have transferred their living hell life. See, if we look at it, they probably have this kind of life of being in and out of court all the time. And they don't really have any kind of life at all because, I don't know, weird. They just, see, I noticed they spent the night there, and I'm not really looking, but no, I noticed. See, it's fucking sad because they weren't even living here. And they bombed me and they fucking raked me over and they stamped on me and fucking all this shit. And it feels so disrespectful. See, where I'm coming from is a place of my life, my accomplishment, my style, which is I live a simple life in the mountains. I would love to share it with somebody that can simplify. See, but now here I am talking about it again, and I've talked a lot, right? I have like 5,000 videos. Some of them are shut down, but it's going on 2K right now. And what my predicament is just I have no family. I'm alone here. I'm 50 years old, making myself vulnerable again here. It shouldn't be this way, babes. I'm doing the right thing by being a human being, which we know how to be vulnerable so that we can call in the right support and we can hear each other. I think it's ridiculous. I've made it this far, you see, but no, I got hit bad, being made sick. And it's just dangerous. See, I don't want to lose my place. What I mean is I want to be able to pay 1 year of taxes, which is around about $2,250. Not much. These people probably have such a big overhead per year for their taxes because I'm on grandfather clause. I thought already once about a tax that they were trying to do, and I knew it was wrong because they can't tax me anymore with the grandfather clause. They really can't. You know, they kind of do a gradual hiking though, like $10 or $2 a year or something, which I think that could be stamped out and say, no, I'm on grandfather clause. See, this one thing where the fire department tried to charge us. They're just trying to rake people over, and they were able to for other people, but there was a class action case that I can see that they sent through the mail. They said, if you're experiencing this and you're on grandfather clause, come over here, let's meet and let's do this. See, this was after I actually wrote my own note and said, no, this is a fake tax. And see, the thing is, I paid like 3 years of these phony taxes, and I finally said, you know what, this is wrong. And the second time, or third time, at least, you know, it's a lot of money. They were tacking on for structures or something, and just the fire department alone, they were just trying to rake people over, just see that if they can get away with it, and they can. They did, but not with these people that were on grandfather clause. They were reimbursed. I could get reimbursed too, but I didn't never request that. I just said I refuse to pay this. This is wrong, and I never got any flack. They stopped charging me and sending me that bill. But I did pay 3 years of it before I said, you know what, this is bullshit. And I wrote them a hand letter and sent their information back to them. See, and that's how I kind of stopped that. And the thing is where I live, this isn't obvious, right? It's clicky. You know, they're all watching me right now. I'm in such a place right now where I'm supposed to haul ass on my fucking yard, and I was. To spruce it up, I have always kept it really nice. What I mean is to do the fire abatement. They come around and they'll fine you if you don't do a certain thing to your yard that is for fire safety. And they try to pick on me that I have bushes, but I'm like, no, you can't do that. See, I'm still on grandfather clause about that. I'm saying, babe, I live in the mountains. You can't tell me to fucking clear my goddamn trees away from my house 100 feet out. Fuck you. But you can see when you go to the dump, the rubbish dump, the transfer station is what it's called. There's two sections. There's one where trash goes, but then there's one where yard rubbish goes. More and more people are cutting down their trees, even the endangered one, the manzanitas, all around. And people have talked about it. It's like, oh my God, they cut those trees down. And what's even more of an atrocity is that you can use that firewood, but they're just taking it over to a grinding station off the hill. And uh, it's weird. They will let people pull out of the dump some wood. They have let people do it. In fact, they were doing it. The dump people were doing it. They were holding piles aside for the bums or something. The bums were able to do it. See, sorry, I don't want to get too worked up here, but when I was doing it, they always picked on me. They said, "You're taking advantage of us." And I'm like, "Bullshit, you're taking advantage of us." I am brought to the hilt of illness about it. I don't want to stress out too much more yelling about it. I want to get back into my meditation and feeling good. Like, really, meditation is going to help me know what to do next. It's very tough here because we're being hit by frequencies. I don't know if you know, but they shroud these places in frequencies. They can put a frequency next to a building, like enshrouding a building, to where like you're walking from one building to the next. Like say you're on I don't know, Venice Beach or something, or and they can make you attracted to it because it gives you a euphoria, or they can make you just irritable, and that's what they got going on here. My friend Rob Muir, who is actually literally related to the John Muir family. John Muir is a trail. It's a trail that goes from Alaska clear down to, I mean, like Brazil or something. I don't know. It's the Pacific Crest Trail, and it passes right through here. Beautiful hiking area, and we see those people coming through here that live that way. They love just walking. Um, some people have the goal to go the complete United States from Alaska down to Mexico. My point is that, yeah, they shoot these frequencies, the more Gwen towers they put up, but then again, they have it up in the air, the grid, and they shoot it down, and they make you feel a certain way. I am not lying about this, right? See, this is what's weird is that, do you guys not know that this is happening? We have to fight those frequencies by staying as a higher vibrational frequency ourselves, and love is the answer right there. But no, I feel it. See, it makes your ears ring. It makes everybody see, if they're not aware of it, they are succumbed to this energy. And see, well, now for example, the LA riots that happened in 1992 or 3, they had the frequencies on the population around there, and it was very specific to LA, Watts, where there's just a lot of people. See, they did a thing where they showed on the news. Reginald Denny, is that his name? I'm sorry. Reggie, the guy that said, "Can't we just all get along?" He was beaten up by the cops, and then he lost his case. And then, see, everybody was so riled up. Now, all it took was, now this is the truth, in every nation, there's at least 5 million workers that go and starts riots and says, "Yeah, let's go and protest and riot." And they drag civilians into this destructive rioting thing, and that's what happened over in LA, coupled with the EMF waves that they would pump onto people that made them feel that, no, it's time to go fucking loot and fight, because they were just irritable. They certainly weren't kept in the euphoria. This is the truth, babes, from one building to the next. Like, what I'm saying is, like up here we have a tourist attraction where they have little buildings, right? One building can say, I've got they can buy the frequency radiator that makes people like feel good. It can work as an opposite. You're being affected by it with your phone. Your phone, I have a, see, if you're a super sensitive empath, you already know this. You are feeling these fucking computers like crazy. I remember when I got my PC here, I was like, wait a minute, this thing, because I hadn't been on it for a long time. It was since 1996 that I last kind of was away from the IBM, and see, there's Commodore 64 with the floppy disks. But this thing, I was like, whoa, I was really intuitively like, whoa, it's got like 4 computers in it. It's quantum computerization. And so we're just super sensitive to it. I'm being hit with EMF waves that do not help my fucking state of mind. I can get in a better state of mind just by going out into Mother Nature and feeling there's just too much in favor of my restoration, which is the love I have for every fucking leaf that shows up. I love the nature of it around here. But then, see, when you have things like the black asphalt coming in, and then the ecology of people who make you paranoid and stuff, really difficult to maintain that bitchin' frequency. How do you like this particular video where I'm holding my breast? Is that worth, hey, you red car guy, can you fucking afford $10 here? I don't know why I can't, like, simply block people on YouTube. Just say, no, they can't watch my shit. Oh, I have faith that I'm going to heal under the hands of Christ. The more I keep trying to do the right thing, I get rewarded with better health. And doesn't that sound odd? There's a lot of people that I know that are in the background that think that I deserve this, and you people are fucking just straight up evil, demonic. Nobody deserves to get sick and be bullied or anything like that. Not at any time. I don't care. What the fuck you think? Maybe they deserve love and an eye to eye and say, what's up? Let's talk about it. Oh, yeah. No, see, that's what was very unfortunate for me when it turns out that these neighbors, the last ones to come in here, they couldn't support me. Like I said, and so I'm making this video to go on the playlist that I'm hoping that I can expose to the court and the attorneys and stuff. But I might post it to you guys. But I've made another playlist that I'm going to mark private that I hope to God I can open this up. We're supposed to document it here. We're supposed to use it. You know, not only the third-party witness, which is reality. That's why they have cameras. It's because, like, what do you think? Does reality exist or not? Does outer space really exist? How about the truth therein? See, people don't even know how to speak this fucking language. They don't know what the truth is. They don't know where it's located at. And this conversation here, this kind of teaching, it's really along the line of Buddhism. Why do you have a conversation? Well, let's try to knock somebody on the head about, like, did you notice where you are? And you talk about it. You say, well, look, here is these earphones. Do you think I should sterilize them? I say, yes, I've been cleaning around here. See, I feel really good. I feel really great, but I have this thing attacking me. It is so fucked up. It's a design. It got to me. So I thank you, Nancy, for sending me the information about these lawyers that might be able to work on the case where I did receive this fucking illness from that place. They refused. They threatened to kidnap me. I didn't do right by myself then. I just wanted to get out of there, and I did the wrong thing. See, they wanted to take my DNA. That's what they're saying. And so what I could have done was just spit on the swab thingy. But instead I stuck it in my mouth. I let them do it. The person was like, here, do it. Do it. And I said, no. They said, we won't let you go then. Can you imagine that? See, there's where I want this case to open up, and I'm hoping that what Nancy gave me, the information, will help me with that. Attorneys, see, I'm beginning to understand. It's like, okay, so there's an attorney for every little fucking thing. There's an attorney for marriage. There's an attorney for car accidents. There's an attorney for your fiddle fucking hotel visit over there. There's an attorney. It's like, good God, how do I do this? I can do a lot of work myself, and I plan on doing it. And please see that my problem is that I'm having is I want to feel better, and I do. I feel really good. I've gotten my activation. I'm like just, I'm like I have a fire lit inside of me. I'm still just being as active as ever. I'm practicing like crazy, um, protecting myself and enjoying what I have, enjoying me, my animals, how that I can be present with my yard that's just beautiful because it's spring. I planted my garden that I plant every year, and I'm going to plant more here. It's coming up to be Mother's Day, and to celebrate, we plant. And I have apple trees that have bloomed. They make me feel so good. But here's the thing: the sociopath next door. See, just today, I was trying to protect the fact that I have a hen walking around with two little babies, and I hope that they're both roosters. Um, but see, I was getting next to the fence on my property, their fence that they built, but it's technically my side of the fence. And when I started to, I dragged some wiring over. I have a long stretch of wiring. I can make a fence across my driveway, kind of like, and make it difficult for a coyote to get in. Oh, my baby, thank you so much. Oh God, this feels so good. Oh, mm, baby. Oh, she's so great. Oh, thank you, God. Thank you for vitamin C, vitamin cat. Her tail tells a tale, right? It's pussy willow, right? That's what it is. Oh, she has such. See, this energy coming out of this cat is, I notice it's like it's 60 times more healing than any cat I've ever felt. It's just the kind of cat she is. She's so wonderful. And I'd be stupid to push it away or not take her offering every time. So anyway, this is going on the case. What I'm saying is, when I see, I have a case open now that's got to call all this shit off. Because when I went next to the fence, I'm trying to see. I think, well, I should nail a little nail on top on this frame, and then hang my little fencing to bring it at a right angle and get across. But when I started to get near the fence and kind of, I wanted to just shove it into a little crack. Their dogs next door fucking started barking at me so hard, and they're doing this a lot. Those dogs are savage little pieces of crap, and I want that to be restrained. See, what it did is it fucking brought my nervous system up to like, it just unraveled me, and I was like, oh, God, look at this, you know? And I heard them kind of call the dogs off, and the way they sounded was like, it was so weird. They tried to sound loving. I mean, I can tell that they were pretending that they were loving people. It's another form of trying to steal from me because I'm the one who's saying, good girl, talking to my chicken that she's gotten away from the coyotes, and I praise my animals. And I've never heard that from them. I mean, really, they just do like the control freak, like, whistling and shit like that. And they're they're not really fucking sane people. I'm sorry, and I hate this. I hate this fucking shit. But I can't move. I'm not going to move now. I think they should leave. I can't afford to just up and jump and run. I would like to raise money enough, and it's like 500 people. If you just sent me $20, imagine that. Do the math. See, I'm really making myself vulnerable by saying, "Oh, I owe house taxes." I'm pretty much at the part where it's like, well, no, they can fucking sell my house under my. It's bullshit. Under grandfather clause, I would have to fight that too. That's another fucking lawyer pertaining to some other fucking thing. But how do I get a hold of these people? Well, I have a number from the information that Nancy gave me about, well, I guess it's a lawyer group that deals with literal injustice because we have a criminal justice system over there. Did you notice that? Right in front of our face. They say criminal justice system. So this means that criminals are getting justice over there. Is there a fucking human justice system anywhere? And I happen to think that that's what Nancy directed me towards. It's like, no, we know that there's stuff going on and you can get fucked up by that fucking criminal justice system over there. Messing with innocent people who they're getting reactive abuse. And then, yeah, let's look at the careers of these people. How much, how much have they ripped off from people being sly like this? See, I have a story to tell you about this one place down the road on the corner of Idlebrook and Delano, right there. It was taken over by these people that own the church. What I mean is, they killed that woman. They tried to kill me here. This is a whole other story, and I picked up on it. She just fucking honed in on me. She wanted my life. She wanted my property. And no, this person was a psychopath. And then see, I noticed that, oh, now she's talking to that lady over there after I called her on it. See, she was poisoning the food that she was giving me and my grandmother. I don't know why I was taking it, except for I just would like to think that people mean well. No, she was poisoning the food. I can explain to you the incident that happened that proved to me that no, this is poison. My dog died after it ate it. My dog was very old. I had two dogs. One of them was like 16 and kind of, on its last legs anyway. And I thought, you know what? If this is poison, my dogs won't like it. And see, yeah, that dog puked up that fucking soup, chicken soup. And then 4 days later, he died. My other dog didn't succumb so bad. My grandma didn't succumb so bad, but she said, no, I feel very foggy headed and screwed up. And so when this woman came down the driveway, I think I have a story that I told about this that I kind of just blocked it. But this is actually what happened. I called her on it. I was just ready for her, and now here she is traipsing down the fucking driveway with a pie to give me. And the bottom line, just to make a large story short, I ended up like this. I said, come on, friend, let's go eat this pie together. She fucking, all the blood ran out of her face. I can tell that she can see that she was being caught. And she basically ran up the driveway. I said, come on, friend, don't you want to eat the pie with me? And she turned around and said, yeah. And she fucking just crept up the driveway. So much evidence that told me that this person was trying to kill me and take everything. See, now she went to this other place on the corner where I was trying to tell you there was always a woman there. She was pulling her weeds every year. I mean, she lived there forever. Beautiful properties here, by the way. And that woman, she was getting older, right? And this woman moved in on her. And I remember looking over and seeing the result of that woman was feeling foggy headed. I could tell. See, you would always see her pulling her weeds, but this 1 year, well, you could say, well, she's getting older. No, you could tell that she was just like totally fucked up. She would kind of sit there. She would sit on the ground and pull weeds. Now, that image right there, um, what replaced it is a fucking asphalt truck that just came in up to the doorstep. They just See, though the woman that killed her with a serial killer, she's using cereal in the morning. Here, would you like some oatmeal, friend? She owned it for a while, and she got her dream come true. She had chickens in the back, built a big old fence and everything, but she owned that home. See, and ideal for her. I mean, that's probably the only success that she can have as a woman married to a man. See, the man was a leader, like a head chief at the church at Mountain Center. Can't believe I'm telling you this story, but I'm not making this up. And it's like that woman killed that woman. See, somehow she got the fucking property, and then she sold it to these people that ended up slinging asphalt. And I actually tried to tell that woman, the the woman who has the sons who mobbed me, she was in on the mobbing, but she said, "Shh, wait, let her talk." And I said, "No, that woman was killed. The house that you're staying in now." I don't know. I just belted it out. Thanks for listening to this. This is one that's going to go on my playlist. And weird thing going on up here, right? It's so demonic as far as the ecology. It's very unfortunate. I call it the world condensed up here when it comes to the ecology of the so-called human organism, but it's not human. That's what I mean. The ecology is ugh. It's like what I mean is the world condensed. It's this influence. America, wow, America, wow. Here, oh God, you guys are so great. Spiritually possessed, fucking Satan has its hand up of most of people's ass, and that's who's out there. Have you noticed it?